What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with a brand new review for the Real Housewives of Potomac, you guys. I literally think about what we were talking about. This is season 9, episode 5, you guys. The episode was titled Blast from Everyone's Past, you guys. So before we do get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel, and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I'll need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, you guys, and also by sharing the video, you guys. So before we get into it, oh, well, we already did that. All right, you guys. Actually, yeah, before we do get into it, you guys. So you guys know that I'm on a goal to reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. You guys know we're currently in November, so we only have November and December. Now, as of right now, we are sitting at 1,949 subscribers. So we need 51 more subscribers to reach that goal of 2,000. Help a brother get to it if you can. Share the video, like the video, so that they can push me out in this algorithm. Now, let's discuss Potomac. You guys tell me what you guys thought about this episode of Potomac. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys think, it was meh? Let me know. Let me know. What I will say is, I did see a video or of an interview that Giselle had done, right? And in the interview, Giselle was talking about how Mia is a liar. She don't know nothing about the truth. And I was like, wow, it's got to be a cold day in HELL when I actually agree with anything that Giselle says, right? Because that is the truth. Mia lies so much that I don't even keep up with Mia stuff no more. Whenever, like, I'm kind of tired of seeing Mia being the focal person of the show at this current time. I'm really over it and I want us to move past it. But this episode, it opens up where the last one left off. You guys remember that Mia and her friend Joy were talking about Karen and the fact that they had went out and drinking and Karen called butt dialed them saying that the girls think that she's with Ray, but she isn't. And this happened in 2021, right? So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, it's like, well, Mia, what was the real true purpose in you mentioning this or even bringing this up to the group? I mean, here's the thing. I get what she's trying to say is, you came for my friend, you came for mine, so I'm gonna come for you. But with some 3-year old information, like that makes no sense to me. The things that Mia does, I'm just like, okay, girl, you're looking for a moment. You are looking for a moment. And then, she was talking about, yeah, you were in your car, Karen. And Karen's like, and yeah, and I pulled over and I got a driver. And Karen, as much as I do like you, you don't do it all the time because you obviously, with this DUI case that you currently have, you did not pull over and call a driver. So don't say you do it all the time because you obviously don't. So Karen then says to Mia, like, that was a damn good try to take away from Jacqueline's lying ass. And I will agree with Karen because Jacqueline, even in her interview, it's like she's saying, well, I wasn't talking about Karen. It was like, yes, you were. You were. Here's the thing. Mia threw the ball in the air and served it to you, and hit it back to her because you just mentioned that Karen had called you, but then I guess you and Mia had came up with this, had concocted this plan to say, oh, well, Karen called her and Karen was drunk. It's just, honestly, I'm just sick of it because y'all do realize, y'all know at this point, y'all should know Karen is not going to openly say, "Oh yeah, I was drunk. Oh yeah, I did this. Oh yeah, I did that." She's not going to do that. And when y'all get it through y'all's thick ass skulls that she's not going to do it, then y'all can move on from it. But at this point, it's like y'all are just dragging it. So Mia says, "Well, don't mess with, don't mess with hers because she wouldn't have done this." I was like, "You probably still would have done it because let's not forget what season was it? What season it was? So last season was season 8, right? It was season 7 at the finale when Sharice. No, it was at Robin's engagement party. It was at Robin's engagement party when Sharice was talking about who Karen was sleeping with, and then you went and said something to Karen about somebody telling you that they saw Karen with another man. So you like, Mia, please go away from me with this. You're full of lies, and I'm kind of over it, right? So then Mia asked Karen, like, how was she and Ray? And Karen was like, there were already issues there. Now, Karen, here's the thing. Here's the thing, beloved. Again, I like Karen, but we can also call Karen out when Karen is wrong. Because here's my thing with you, Karen. I remember when this happened. I remember you were saying there was things going on in your marriage, which okay, I understand that. Then you were talking about how close it was to Mother's Day. It really wasn't close to Mother's Day, but okay, I'm gonna let you have it. But that's still not an excuse for everything. Like you can say allegedly about things, but it's in black and white. Especially the biggest one, which is the fact that you had a suspended registration. You can't deny that. And again, when it comes to the police, if they didn't give her a field sobriety test or a breathalyzer, then Karen may have a slight leg to stand on with that. I'm not entirely positive, but she may. So we see the girls as they split apart, right? So Mia is sitting with Ashley and with Jacqueline, and Mia's talking about, yeah, I just don't want anybody that I love, anybody close to me, being called a liar. I was like, girl, if the shoe fits, wear it, because you a liar and Jacqueline is a liar. So if the shoe fits, you might want to wear it because y'all are both pathological liars. You are the top of it, being the like you lie so much, Mia. And then we'll get into that later in the episode because you said some things and I was listening to it and I was like, but Mia, you have said so many different things when it comes, like, this is what I can't stand when it comes to Mia. And I think my problem this season is was what my problem this season is going to be with Mia is that Mia let a certain producer get in her head, telling her she was the face of the show going forward, and that she is the whatever the force multiplier is. I don't necessarily know what that is. If you guys know, definitely feel free to explain it, but I don't know what it is. But I definitely will say Mia let that producer boost her head up thinking, oh, I'm the it girl. Oh, I'm the new face of the show. When you're you're not, but okay. Because if you were the face of the show, you wouldn't have to make up these fake ass storylines, which I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like Housewives in the past haven't made up fake storylines, but they've never gone this far from my recollection. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know nobody who's ever gone this far as Mia has gone, right? So Mia is telling the girls that she feels like, Karen is gonna go in the vault. She's gonna go to her room and then she's gonna go in the vault and reach out to whoever she needs to reach out to and then come back. And I'm like, okay, if she does, then she does. Like, y'all are coming for her for no reason. Karen ain't done, from what we saw, Karen hasn't done anything to Mia. and she ain't done nothing to Jacqueline. So why are y'all on? Now, granted, I know that this is supposed to be a Karen takedown season, and I'm okay with it if it makes sense. This stuff with Mia don't make sense. Now we move into the house. So Stacy, Stacy, I really do like you, right? But I think we have to just call a spade a spade. Now I'm not question, when it comes to TJ, it's just I don't know what you see. Maybe you got on rose-colored sunglasses because I don't know what you're seeing, but what I'm seeing, it ain't really it. It ain't it, and it ain't clicking. Because even when he was on that phone with you, he still did not seem even remotely interested in you. I just want Stacy to pick, pick up her whatever. Pick up your self-esteem, pick up your dignity, pick up everything. TJ ain't it, beloved. He really isn't. So we see as all the girls were with Wendy as Wendy rang in her 40th birthday. I love what Wendy said that her mom told her that people who, kind of, I guess, like fear getting to another age bracket, they only do that because they feel like they didn't accomplish what they wanted to accomplish before that. But Wendy has, she has her talk show. She is a mother to three beautiful kids. She's married to A. She was a professor at Johns Hopkins. She has 3 degrees. So she has a lot to be proud of. So I was with her when in that moment. I was like, you know what, Wendy, go off and brag about your accomplishments. Like I am 100% here for it, right? So the next morning, we see them. Now, that what I will say is, I did see it in this episode that the chef is black. I know that food, I know that food was good. I was just looking at that chicken that they were eating, the waffles. I was like, ooh, I know that food is good. I was just salivating, just looking at that food. It looks so good to me. It looks so good to me. So we see as Mia and Jacqueline are sitting out by the pool, right? So this is where I say Mia's lies kind of reared their ugly heads, right? So Mia is sitting at the pool with Jacqueline complaining about Gordon, right? So Mia is saying that Gordon is upset because I guess overnight he must have went back and looked at one of her previous posts on social media and he feels as if Mia's not in his corner, right? I was like, well, technically you're not really in his corner because y'all ain't even officially divorced yet and you already shacking up and playing house with Ink. So I I guess like y'all weren't really, I don't even know if y'all were separated at the time that you got back with Ink. Like everything with Mia is messy. So then Jacqueline feels that Mia and Ink and Gordon should stop doing things, I guess, like with the family. And I was like, but that's kind of no, I don't agree with that because at the end of the day, Gordon is still those kids' father. And that's exactly what Mia said. Well, he's the father of my kids. And I was like, oh, so he's the father of your kids, huh? So why are you going around with this storyline that Ink wants to do a DNA test on Jeremiah to see if Jeremiah is his son? Oh, Mia is so exhausting. This storyline is exhausting. I'm irritated with it. I'm over it. I really want to be done with this storyline because it's stupid. Then Mia is talking about, because she's talking about we live in the same building with each other. And I was like, okay. Then Mia also was like, she's taking care of Gordon. I was like, you're taking care of Gordon? What, like, you don't, Mia and her lies. I thought Gordon has been taking care of you. But you know what, Mia? Okay. Then she was like, she can, because she was talking about a nanny, and she was like, she can afford a nanny. I was like, I beg to differ, because wasn't that what you and Gordon were complaining about? Wasn't that why y'all kept moving around because y'all couldn't afford places to stay? Mia lies so damn much. Mia lies so damn much. It's irritating. Hey, Penelope, how are you doing today? Hey, Marlo, been a minute since I saw you in the comments. Hope you're doing great. You say, I don't want Mia and her leprechaun to return next season, and she can take her friend with her. She can definitely take Jacqueline with her, because Jacqueline just is an embarrassment, a complete embarrassment. So, but yeah, like I said, Mia lies. It's gonna come up again. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it, because Mia said at one point in this episode that she was in a strip, she worked in a strip club, she's an entrepreneur, and then she's a self-made millionaire. I was like, Mia, do you know what a self-made millionaire is, boo? Because you're not that. A self-made millionaire ain't broke. A self-made millionaire ain't moving from house to downsizing. I ain't never saw a millionaire downsize that as much as you like. You spent $10,000 on one house that you guys were living in, the one in Potomac. Y'all moved out of that house because you couldn't afford that house and got that apartment. Then you moved from that apartment to this apartment that you're in currently, and it's smaller. So self-made millionaire, my ass, Mia, that's a lie. But again, lying ass Mia is what I call her. So Mia's telling the girls what they're going to be doing for the day, and she's telling them to be ready about go about 1:30. She's telling them they're going to go see the first doctor at the office that she opened, Dr. McDaddy, right? I was like, huh? I was like, girl, is that a made up name? Because even Karen's like, does McDaddy have a McHo? I was like, exactly, because none of this shit makes sense. Why y'all going to see a doctor? I don't get it, Mia. Nothing make like nothing with that lady makes sense. But again, like I said, Mia let Carlos get boost her head up, and that's my problem with with her this season. Mia thinks she's that girl. So Karen, oh, Giselle called Wendy to wish Wendy a happy birthday and let the girls know that she's on her way back. You know what, you guys? We just gonna let them have it. I'm just gonna let Giselle and Wendy have it. I'm not gonna complain about it no more. If it's working, it's working. I still think it's fake, but if it's gonna move the show forward and progress the show, I honestly don't care. That's all I gotta say. Now, Karen, back to you. So we're talking about, we're talking about Karen, right? And I don't forget how the conversation came up, but Karen's talking about everything is alleged. I'm like, again, Karen, this is not alleged. This is not alleged. This is not alleged. The only thing that you can say, you can't even really say alleged to it. You can say we're fighting it is the DUI. You can say you're fighting that, but everything else that they listed out. Let me go. Let me go look up. I'm actually about to look and see, because Mia had it on her phone. Which I'm gonna talk about that in a minute as well. But let's just look up all the charges that Karen had against her, because it's quite a few. It ain't just one. It ain't just the DUI. It's quite a few. So I'm reading this to you guys from People magazine. So it says, according to court documents obtained by People, the Real Housewives of Potomac star 60 was driving her 2017 Maserati when she was stopped by the Montgomery County Police Department in Maryland at 11:50 p.m. on Tuesday. She was officially charged with a vehicle. She was officially charged with driving a vehicle while impaired by alcohol and driving under the influence of alcohol, which she also has a court appearance coming up, I think next month, if I'm not mistaken. But I want to see if I can find all these charges that Karen, because it's like not. I think it's like it is nine. I agree. I think it's nine. But I want to read off all of them because it's a lot of them, Karen. for you to keep trying to sit here and say alleged. Like the one that I know you can't say alleged for is driving with a suspended registration. Karen, that's not alleged. Either you had a current registration on your car or you didn't. One of the two. It's either one. It's not no damn alleged. Again, you guys know I like Karen. I really do. But I'm not gonna play this game when it comes to Karen. I'm absolutely not gonna play that game because I think Karen is a smart woman. And again, like I said, I know that her attorney is probably telling her that she can't talk about these things, and that's fine. Again, I don't have a problem with it. If Karen had came to this season kind of like how Shannon did on the Real Housewives of OC, Karen, it wouldn't be so bad. It wouldn't be so bad. So negligent driving, endangering property, girl, you hit a tree. Endangering property, life, and a person, as well as recklessly driving a vehicle. Like I said, it was also that expired registration that you had. Like I like you, Karen, but I need you to be real about this. I need you to keep it real and be honest. But that's a problem that Karen has is she can't be honest, right? She had 9 citations. Like Karen, stop. It wasn't just a DUI. It was not just a damn DUI. It was multiple things with that. But it is what it is. So Kiarna is like, y'all, I think we just need to give Karen a break today. I'll give Kiarna that, right? Because they have been piling on Karen and coming down on Karen. And this is Wendy's birthday, so let's just sit here, let's just have some fun and talk about this at another time. And it's raining hard as hell outside. Like, let's talk about this at another time, right? So then Mia and Kiarna got into it, right? And you guys know Mia's whole thing with this weekend for Stacy and Kiarna. This is supposed to be boot camp for them. Mia, did you go through a boot camp? Because I don't think you did. But okay, cool. You want to play? You want to play that little game? I'm not even upset about it. I'm just looking at you sideways. My God, that rain is coming down hard. So somehow we got into a conversation about the flutes, right? So Mia is like, well, we're just working on getting you your flute. And Kiarna was like, girl, you needed a flute. I didn't need a flute. And I was like, oh, okay. And so then Mia brought up Kiarna's ex-boyfriend, calling him a drug dealer. And she's like, say, what now? Who are you talking about? She's like, because Greg is a social worker. And I guess I don't know if it's the one that passed away. But I was like, now, Mia, you are the last person to talk about anybody's past. You and Ink, the DJ, whatever Ink is, right? Gordon, your sugar daddy. Like, you have no room to talk. And that's what Kiana clocked her about. Girl, you ain't got no room to talk. Weren't you a stripper? And she's like, yeah, I was a stripper. But then, I became an entrepreneur and a self-made millionaire. Once again, Mia, you are not a self-made millionaire because if you were a self-made millionaire, you would not be in the financial position that you're in. Didn't you also, like Mia, you lie so much. Here's another place where I clocked your lies. Because you said to us last season or the season before last that you weren't with Gordon for his money. Oh, it was last season's reunion where you said you weren't with Gordon because of his money because you had an inheritance from one of your grandparents. Oh, Mia. The lies never end with you. The lies just never end when it comes to Mia. So then Mia starts talking about Kiarna's scar, and I was like, Mia, Kiarna's face card gives and continues to give. It never gets declined. Now, Mia, your face card, Mia. Your face card. I'm trying to think of something nice to say about Mia's face card. That's why I keep repeating it. because Mia's not an ugly woman. I just want to put that out there. Mia's not ugly. But your face card, you've had to go and get multiple face cards, right? Because this ain't your original face card. So you've gotten a new face card. Your face card also has little chips and dents in it. So your face card ain't getting declined, but people be looking at your face card thinking like, damn, is this gonna go through? Whereas Kiana's face card, that face card gives and it never declines. She's a beautiful girl. And again, I'm not saying that you're ugly, Mia, but you ain't got even with Kiana's card, which I can't really see Kiana's card. So I'm assuming that she has really good makeup and her skincare is really doing a good job of covering it up because I can even see it, to be honest with you. But Mia, I can see your acne on your face. So for you to sit there and talk about anybody's face was comical to me. Not Marlo said bankrupt, but like Mia, and I don't want to go in on Mia, but that's just really what. Okay, that was a lot of clouds with thunder, but Mia really got on my nerves. So what I will say is Stacy tripped me out in that interview when she was talking about Mia being a stripper. Hollered. I freaking hollered because Stacy didn't know what to say. She said, "Oh, so she was a stripper." Yes, she was a stripper. What's up, D? D said someone on Twitter said that Mia's face is surely be like a construction site. I cannot. I cannot. Yeah, that face card is just, it's been through some things. Like how you have a debit card for a long time and the magnetic strip starts. You can't really swipe it because the magnetic strip ain't there no more. It could be bent. The plastic, some of that plastic is starting to come off. Yeah. Yeah, no. No, ma'am. Yeah, it is going down outside of my. It's we're under a severe thunderstorm watch in Dallas. We've been under a thunderstorm watch all day, and a tornado was supposed to come through here. Thank God it didn't come through here, but we're still under a severe thunderstorm watch. So yeah, you guys may hear that thunder and everything in the background, and you may hear that loud ass rain on election eve. I wonder is this a good sign or a bad sign? Also, before we go forward, if you guys have not, tomorrow is election day, you guys. Please go out there, do your civic duty, and vote. Vote, vote, vote. That is all I have to say about that is vote. If you've already early voted, I'm giving you guys a thumbs up. If you guys have not voted, um, which I actually will because I do have the polling times for tomorrow, and I actually will post them on my Instagram on my community tab for you guys, so that way everybody knows what time the polls open tomorrow and what time the polls close tomorrow. So that way we can get out there, do our civic duty. And for me, I'm gonna say it out here and say it loudly. I'm voting for is Kamala Harris over here. So if anybody supports that orange man, that's fine to support him. But I'm Kamala Harris. I want her to be our president of the next president of the United States, so that way we can move away from MAGA. That is all I gotta say. Early voting right here. Okay, I'm here for it. I'm gonna need the peoples to pull up ASAP. I do too. I definitely do too, because we do not want a repeat of 2016 ever again in life. Mm. Still mad about people voting for that asshole. Neither here nor there, you guys. But Mia kept calling that woman Stitches. Kiana should have called her Crater Face. Crater Face, the moon, whatever. Cause girl, not you trying to shade her by calling her Stitches. And I have another question. Why is Jacqueline here? Can somebody please explain to me why Jacqueline is here? Why did Bravo feel the need to bring Jacqueline back for another season? She gave absolutely nothing in season 7. When she came back in season 8 for that brief little stint, she gave nothing then, and she's given absolutely nothing at this point. Now, there are some times that we have some friends of on Housewives that they do really good, and I can understand why they continuously bring them back, right? I'll give you guys one particular friend of that should have stayed a friend of and never been changed to a housewife. Marlo Hampton. Marlo, in my personal opinion, was always good as a friend of, but when they made her a main housewife, I think that's when things went to hell with her because she just was not a good housewife, good friend of, not a good housewife. Like I think this season on Atlanta, I think Cynthia will be a really good friend of. I think she's going to be an amazing friend of. But yeah, you guys. Marlo says she should have called her Jigsaw because that's who she reminds me of. All she needs is a tricycle. Yeah, she can call her any like she should have called her anything. Let's just talk about that face. Because you want to talk about my stitches. Let's talk about your face. Or let's talk about your clitoris that you said you had to get, a new one. That's still weird to me. That's still weird to me that she said that, but neither here nor there. So after that, Ashley decides to ask Kiana about her scar. I was like, girl, you are the last person to even ask this girl about her damn scar when it is you and your funny looking friend who caused this whole situation. Oh God. Kiara is better than me. I wanna went off on Ashley like that. I would have cussed Ashley out and I probably would have snatched Ashley. I would have snatched Ashley. Well, I'm just asking because you have a skincare line, and I don't, and Ashley, you knew what you were doing when you did it, you big head. Oh, can't stand Ashley. D says Jacqueline gives weirdo loser energy. She does, and I'm so over it. She has no idea if she wants to be messy and shady or a victim and a crybaby. I'm over her nonsense. Exactly, because you want to sit here because you definitely work shading Karen by saying a shady old bitch. Like that was shade toward Karen. And I wish you had a stood in it, but you couldn't stand in it because you ain't ready to go toe to toe with Karen. And I wish you would just say, "Yeah, Karen, I'm trying to shade you, but girl, I know I don't stand a chance against you because you just don't." I, ugh. So yeah, Ashley, like I said, you had the audacity to ask that girl about her scar. You weren't asking her about her scar in any concern of hers, because if that were the case, you would have said something about it long ago. And even Jazzy clocked you. Now, let's talk about Jazzy real quickly because there is something that I've been forgetting to mention about Jazzy that I did not like that she said. And it was a few episodes ago when she was talking about her fiance's, that she's the first real relationship that he's had. Ma'am, he's had other relationships besides you. If you got kids, that ain't yours. You can say that they were, they weren't long-term relationships, but they were, if they done produced a kid, girl, it was some kind of a relationship there. It may have been a physical relationship, but it was a relationship of sorts to produce children. Don't diminish those women. I like you, but don't diminish the mother or mothers of your fiance's kids. I don't like that. That one cool. But I did like that you stood up to Ashley's like, girl, you can see her scar. Now I will say, I I'm not agreeing with Ashley, but I'm coming to I'm using Ashley's point. If Kiara has a skincare line and she's using her skincare, girl, it's doing wonders for that scar because again, like I said, I didn't see the scar. Because I was looking at her, I was looking to see if I can see it, and I don't see it. So if she is using her skincare line or even really good makeup, it's whatever you're doing, it's really good that we can't see it. And it may be, I'm not saying it's not nothing there, but whatever she's doing, good job, right? But Ashley, you knew what you were doing. And so Wendy went to go talk to, calm Kiana down, right? And so they went back and they joined the group and Kiana said what I just said. It was your friend who attacked me. And don't get in the live, you guys, or in the comment section defend, which I know nobody is. but I know that there were people last season who were defending Deborah, saying that Kiana popped Deborah. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. I don't care. I didn't like Deborah, so I was happy that Kiana popped her. I don't give a damn if Kiana was in the right or in the wrong. Somebody needs to pop that heifer, and that's all we got to say. D says Onion Head is doing anything in all caps to create a moment this season. She is, and the more that these episodes go by, the more I'm realizing Ashley really isn't needed anymore. We can wrap her up with a nice little bow and send her on her merry way back to Michael and her boys. So D says Onion Head is doing anything to create a moment this season and is flopping completely. She's getting clocked by everyone and fading into the background. She better thank Candace for her season 9 chick. She better. She literally better. Because I know Ashley was on her way out. Mm. Damn, Candace. Love you. Love you down, girl. I love you down, Candace. I'm happy for you. You know, our little nephew is coming soon, so we're happy for you. But girl, did you really have to save Ashley's job? Did you really have to save Ashley's job? Oh God, I think this season would have been better without Ashley and Robin. Cause oh God, I'm so sick of Ashley. If y'all can't tell, I'm sick of Ashley. I am sick of Ashley. Now, Karen. What I say I'm mad at what Karen did next. Because she was like, can I be messy for just a little bit? Oh, Mia and not Mia, but Wendy and Ashley kind of got into a little bit, and Wendy was telling her to shut up, shut up, shut up. I was like, exactly, girl, shut up and sit down. So Karen asked, could she be messy for a little bit, right? And Karen brought up the fact that Mr. PP, which that's a stupid name, but okay. Mr. PP, Jacqueline's current ex, whatever that man is to her, right? Her co-parent, whatever Mr. PP is. Jacqueline and Karen brought up the fact that the man got 25 convictions against him. And I was like, Karen, you are throwing stones from a glass house because you got 9 convictions, mama. I get where you coming. I get what you're doing. You clocking her. And Jacqueline is getting so offended. I'm like, girl, if you could really read people, you would be able to clock Karen, but you can't clock Karen. You weren't prepared for that. Jacqueline, this is why you'll never get a flute. This is why you will never get a flute. Whereas on Atlanta with Marlo may not have been a reader, but she was entertaining. Again, I don't know why they changed her from a friend of to a housewife. They did it nonetheless, right? But with you're not even an entertaining friend of. You're not even giving. You don't even give fashion. Well, you give fashion, but you give city trends fashion, and that's not a good look. Because even in this interview with Jacqueline, it's basic as hell. I'm like, girl, this is the worst, and this is one of the worst interviews I've ever saw in my life. It looked like you were just lounging around, literally at the house, and they said, "Girl, come on down so we can film this interview with you and get you on now." Because yeah, I don't see it for Jacqueline. I really don't understand why Jacqueline is here. Jacqueline is a absolute no. Jacqueline can go. So Jacqueline got up and moved from where Karen was, and sat in front of her on the side where Mia is. And it's like, but again, you came for Karen. Karen just returned to serve. If you were really a good reader, you could come back at Karen. You could say, well, at least he wasn't, driving under the influence. At least he didn't have a suspended registration. you know, there's so many things that you could have came back at Karen about, but you didn't. D says not city trends. She couldn't even get Ross dressed for less. Absolutely not. Even Ross's clothes look better than what that is that she got on that interview. I don't know what that outfit is. It's just it gives. Actually, if we're gonna be honest, it gives like she bought this off of the street, like at a garage sale, an estate sale, a booster. That's what it looked like she really got it from. That's really where it looked like she got it from. But again, Jacqueline, if you were that, like I said, if you were really good at reading, you could have got Karen back, but you didn't, so you got offended. Mia, let me ask you this question. Why do you have these screenshots of Karen's charges on your phone? This gives that you planned this from the minute that it came out. This was premeditated by Mia. And I think it was kind of actually, you know what? I think Mia probably did this stuff. No. I was gonna say she probably did this at Karen's birthday party, but no. You were being shady towards Karen at her birthday party. And I'm still confused as to why you being so shady towards Karen. And then y'all talking about, oh, she needs to go to rehab. Maybe she does, but that ain't got nothing to do with you. Mia, maybe you should go. You know what, Mia? I was gonna read you, but I'm not gonna read you too deeply. Maybe you should see somebody about that line problem you got. Maybe you should go see somebody about why you bouncing between two niggas. Maybe you should. I mean, maybe you should. Maybe you should get some of that stuff checked out. Hey, Shayna, how are you doing today? Do you watch Potomac, Shayna? I know you don't watch last season, but are you watching it this season? But yeah, Mia, girl, you're really irking me at this particular moment, and I'm really sick of seeing Mia on my. I'm tired of seeing Mia. If at the end of season 9, they say for season 10 that if Mia puts out one of those Instagram posts where, I've been on the show for now however many seasons, it's been a fun run, and at this time, I'm gonna take some time away to be with my family and my friends and my kids and figure out whatever she got to figure out. If she come at us with one of them posts, I'm like, you know what, girl, I don't care. That's exactly what I'm gonna say. I don't care because Mia can go back to whatever strip club she came from. She can go wherever she came from. Shayna says, "Nah, I keep meaning to watch this season, but I haven't watched yet." Okay, definitely. I would say watch this season. This season is a lot. I will say for me personally, even though the episodes are not like just wow, 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 it's better than last season. D says to Shayna, "Hey, back in these YouTube streets." I see. Yes, I do see Shayna back in these YouTube streets. I definitely see her on with the ladies when they talk about different shows. I know they were just on last night and they were talking about what is that show on Netflix, that Tyler Perry show, Beauty in the Black or something like. It's something in the Black. I don't know the name of the show because I have not watched a single episode of that show. Um, Again, what is the name of that show, you guys? Y'all can tell me. I don't know it, but yeah, Shayna's been definitely in the streets. I know. Are you reviewing Sisters, Shayna? Because I thought I saw you put up a video for Sisters. You guys, I have not watched a single episode of Sisters this season, and I feel good about that. It feels good to not watch Sisters. Oh my God. I thought I was gonna really miss Sisters, but I don't. And I don't even know if I said this to myself. I was gonna take this season off, whatever season this is, and come back for the next season, but I don't even know if I want to do that. Shayna says to D, hey, I gotta support my people, even with Potomac shenanigans. D says the sad part is that the producers will likely keep her around because she'll do anything for screen time, and they want a constant source of hood boogery and mess. The struggle is real. I'm hoping not. I really hope not. But I actually I agree with you. And like I said earlier, the thing with Mia is and I'm seeing what it is. Mia took what Carlos King said and ran with it. That is the problem with Mia this season. She took Carlos saying that she is the new face of Potomac, and just ran with that and just said, okay, I'm gonna just throw everything at the wall and see what the hell sticks. It's like, girl, no, because you said it. Oh, I'm tired of her. Shayna says, "Give beauty in a black beauty in a black beauty in a black a try." After the first episode, it gets better. Okay, I'll consider it. I'm not going. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you and say that I'm going to watch it, but I might. I might. I might watch it. Well, I might watch it. If I do watch it, I won't go live, but I may put up. Here's the thing, you guys. I'm not making no promises, so don't anybody come in any comments or stuff and say, "Oh, you said you was gonna review it." That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this is just me thinking. I may watch it. I'm off tomorrow and I'm off Wednesday, so I may watch it between tonight and Wednesday. And if I like it, I may do a review. I may, and it'll be pre-recorded. Now there is another show that I did watch last night, and I know that I'm going to review it, and I'm probably going to regret reviewing it. And y'all don't judge me, but I was so curious about this show. It's Baddies on Zeus. Before you ask the question, no, JB is not paying for Baddies. I'm not paying for Zeus. I have a homeboy. We all share, like, he has my Paramount Plus, he has my YouTube TV information, and so I have his Zeus, and then my best friend, we all share, and I have her what app do I have for my best friend? Oh, her direct TV stream. So we share apps. So we share stuff with each other. But yeah, you guys, so don't judge me. Don't judge. Uh I know I did, Shane, I did see that. I did see that Karen is still pregnant, because I was on Twitter last week, and the sisters Facebook page, not the sisters Twitter page, right? They were showing tweets about people who were talking about how long Karen has been pregnant. I'm like, I know you lying. Karen is still pregnant. This is ridiculous. Karen has been pregnant since what, season 4? And what season are they on now? Season 8? Oh God. I can't. I can't with sisters. That's why I took a break from sisters. Shane says took off for elections. Yes. So yes, tomorrow I am using because we have 2 floating holidays at my job, right? So I already took my first floating holiday for Juneteenth. So I took the second floating holiday for election day, and I took Wednesday off, just not knowing what the outcome of the election is gonna be tomorrow. And I don't want to deal with no crazy people. I don't want to deal with no crazy people, right? Because if Kamala wins, I'm happy. If that orange man wins, we in for hell for another 4 years. So I'm just taking off just for some sanity. D says I'm stuck on five head king blowing smoke up these people's behind and his own in the process. Yeah, he is. Absolutely. Yes, Shayna, I baddies. So I'm gonna tell you guys why baddies, right? You guys know that the neighborhood talk and the Jasmine brand, they are on Zeus's payroll. How much they pay them, but they're always on my timeline. And there was this one girl that I was so curious to see, because the girls keep fighting her, and she keep beating them up, and I don't know why they keep fighting this girl who beats them up. So I was curious to see, like, what's the deal with this. But yeah, baddies. I'm not that proud to say it, but yeah, I watched it last night. D says, did you see where he said the Love of Marriage girls strip will go down in history as top 5 most iconic girl strips ever on reality TV? D, that's a lie, right? You pulling my leg, right? That ain't true, right? No, no. You can't. That can't be. He couldn't. No, 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 no. He did not say that. I haven't even watched Love and Marriage Huntsville this season, and I know that people are complaining about that girl strip. Is it a girl name? Is her name Shanita or something like that? You guys, I've heard people complain about this girls trip. Now what I will say is, although I have not watched an episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville this season, which I just thought they came back Saturday, and they're saying season 9, but it's the continuation of the trip that y'all just ended a few months ago. So how's it a brand new season? That's so weird to me with OWN. But how's this? No. The most iconic girls trip of all time is Real Housewives of Atlanta. When Claudia, was that season 6 or season 7, when Claudia and Nene got into it, when Nene told her has left her body, or no, mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. The delusion is wrong with this one, and I can't. No, that can't be true. I won't even believe that. Shannon says Love and Marriage was lackluster. I'm gonna review it though. More power to you. D says I knew you were about to say baddies for whatever reason, and to that I say I'm good, love. Enjoy. Shout out to to Future. I'm sorry, you guys. That I didn't intend to watch. It was like I said, it's the fact that these blogs keep posting that stuff. If it wasn't for the blogs posting it, I would have never had an interest in it. Uh okay, if y'all, I'm not asking y'all to watch what I'm not asking y'all to watch the show. Just do me a solid favor. If I do put up the review, just you can put the review on in the background and just let it be you can just let it be white noise. Just support. That's all I ask. It's a no thank you on baddies, but I'll support JB. Okay, I appreciate it. Shannon says Claudia deserved a second season off that trip. Do I agree with that? I don't know if I agree with that. Because I don't. Here's my thing with I don't like Claudia because of the comments that she's made in the past about not being able to see the dark skinned people. Right? I didn't like that comment. What I will say is, her reading Nene, she did that. I can't take that from her. She read Nene the hell down. The S in Bridesmaids is not silent. When she told her that the S in Bridesmaids is not silent, I was like, I'm so glad somebody finally told Nene that it is not bridemaid. Because the way she kept saying it on her show, I Dream of Nene, bridemaid, girl, it is a bridesmaid. D said, I got the notification. He said, I just tagged you on Twitter, my friend. I shouldn't be surprised, but somehow shocked that his ego is that inflated. It really is that inflated, and I don't know why. The only good show that Carlos, let me take this, let me back this back before I say what I'm about to say. The only good show that he currently has airing is Bell Collective. Now, granted, I haven't watched Bell Collective from this past Friday, but I did watch some of it and I did tweet about some of it, and it was actually pretty good. But I'm still not ready to jump back into the waters of Bell Collective because of the way that they did Latrice and Tambra last season. I'm not ready to jump back into it. But right now, currently, that is one of his better shows. Huntsville, that show is it's skating. I think the only reason why Huntsville is still so successful is because of the loyal fan base that they have. DC sucked. Detroit sucks. That show that he had on those two shows he had on WeTV, Bold and Bougie, that show wasn't that good. The gospel show that he had, I didn't watch it. It's another show that he had on. Now there is one show that we cannot take away from Carlos that was really good, and that was that show on BET. BET presents the Encore. That show was so damn good. I know that now they did get renewed for a season 2, but I don't know whatever happened to it because I remember that they got renewed for season 2 for BET presents the Encore, but nothing ever came from it. And I'm so sad about that because that show was so good with them delusional ass twins from Cherish. The twins were delusional. Shannon says she read Lanithia for filth. D says now JB Kim Fields was her successor for the following season. So let's be real here. I think she's trash AF as a person, but good for the show. That applies to the Housewives franchise as a whole. D, you know what? Hold on, let me go back to your comment. I'll give you that. Here's the thing with Kim Fields. I think the problem with Kim Fields, and we can keep talking about this. The problem with Kim Fields was, I know from me going into finding out Kim Fields was cast on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and you guys can agree if this is the same thing that you felt. The problem with Kim Fields is, I don't know why, for some odd reason, when they announced Kim Fields, I was expecting her to come on as Regine Hunter from Living Single, because I always felt like a little bit of Regine was improvised, but I guess not. I guess not. So that was, I think, what it was for a lot of people with Kim. People expected to see Regine Hunter and not actual Kim Fields, because Kim Fields really gave Cynthia. If we're gonna be honest with you guys, Kim gave Cynthia, but a a more boring version of Cynthia, a more boring version of Cynthia. Do I think Claudia should have got a second season? I wouldn't have been upset if she got a second season, but I wasn't a big fan of. The thing was, I wasn't a fan of Claudia. Still ain't to this day. I do agree with some things that she says. Uh, Bell, I mean, not Shayna says Bell Collective is definitely underrated. That first season was that. See, I like the first season of Bell Collective. I actually enjoyed the first season with Dr. Antoinette. Now, as far as her friend KKK Kaylin, couldn't stand that little helpful. Hopefully, we never see her. Um, Shayna says Melody host fan base is stronger than Beyonce's. Shayna, that's all. Well, you know what? Well, damn. Can I? I was about to say that's a lie, but can I actually say that? Here's the thing. Beyonce's fan base. Um, mm, I don't know what to say. Melody's fan base is. You know what? I can say what I can say. I know what I'm gonna say. Melody's fan base is delusional older women that don't know this woman, that'll fight on her behalf for no damn reason. Speaking of which, didn't Melody have? Because I was reading on social media, I guess Melody was gonna have like a meetup with her fans, and I guess a fight broke out or something. I don't know how true this is. Again, you guys know I don't watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, so I can't say yay or nay to that. Right? Can't say yay or nay. D says to Shayna, as someone who knows next to nothing about wigs, makeup, and women's clothing, the first season had me horrified. Hair laid like brooms, mops, and feather dusters. And Letitia Pearson's wig still look horrible. Because I was tweeting about her wig this past weekend, and the wig in that scene where they all sat together, that wig was still horrible. I was like, my God, Letitia, you have been doing this show for, y'all started filming season one, I think, in the pandemic in 2020. Girl, we are 4 years past that. Why the hell your wig still look a terrible mess? Shannon says, I agree, JB. The real Kim Fields was never a good fit. She got her check and dipped, and she did, and been making money since. Which I think her show, just the Upshaws, they're going into their final season. I am cracking up at D too. D says even Queen. I remember that she was on Watch What Happens Live, and Andy. I remember that Watch What Happens Live episode, and Andy was asking her about Kim Fields being on the show, and she said that she was surprised that Kim was on the show because of how Kim is. But I'm gonna read D's comment. D says even Queen Latifah said she was surprised by how Kim was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, because she used to cut up and get with folks on Living Single, but I'm guessing Offset as well. So yeah, I mean, I agree with y'all. But I know Carlos tried it. Again, I don't even watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I know that people are complaining about this girls trip. One, that it's been it's been quite a few episodes. Then y'all took a break, came back with the girls trip, and they still on the girls trip. Are they going home in the next episode? Good luck to y'all who watched Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like, that is my. I think that was the other reason why I had to jump off of Love and Marriage Huntsville, is because that show, it stays on too long for me. You start the year with Love and Marriage Huntsville, and you end the year with Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's been the cycle for a very long time, and I couldn't deal with it anymore. I couldn't deal with that, and I couldn't deal with Mel's rabid fans because her fans were coming for me on social media, not in my comments, but on social media. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave this whole show alone in its entirety. I'm gonna leave it alone. But yeah, you guys, is there anything else that we want to talk about with Potomac? Oh yeah, the fact that Mia and Jacqueline are telling Stacy that needs to go to rehab. Mia, shut up. That's all I gotta say to you. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, Mia. And get off my screen. We did forget about Potomac. We really did. But it wasn't really much to talk about. But yeah, I cannot believe. I'm actually gonna go look at. Is it a video, D? Let me know, because if it's a video, I don't want to play it on here and give him any. I don't want to give him nothing. No strikes. No nothing. Oh, I muted him. Oh, hashtag LAMH. Let's have a in all caps real conversation. The Love and Marriage Huntsville girls trip will go down in the all caps history as the top 5 most iconic girls trip ever on reality TV. I know you fucking lying. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Somebody said, I'm finna read some of the replies. Somebody said he just be annoying for no reason. And somebody says can't be the trip they're on now with a meme of Cynthia and Nene. Somebody says, "Oh, Carlos, I need a friend like you who cheers me on every time, regardless." On other news, when is Mel going to take some accountability? You know what? I kind of want to dip my toe in the Huntsville streets a little bit because I saw a clip of Destiny and Mel talking, right? And Destiny was apologizing to Mel, but Mel wanted to know the reason why Destiny said that told her mama to go pimp her daughter out. Destiny was apologizing to the woman, and I was like, Mel, either accept her apology or don't. If you don't want to accept her apology, just say I don't want to accept your apology, and that's fine. Like I would not have been upset about it. I'm not upset about it either way it go because I ain't watched the damn show and I don't care about the show like that. Shayna says there's nothing to look forward to with Love and Marriage Huntsville anymore. I agree with you. That's one of the reasons why I had to let it go because it wasn't moving forward. Nope. Like, can you guys? Okay, to Shayna and D. Let me know what are the storylines this season. I know what Destiny's storyline is dealing with this with her ex Moses and this Sunny later, right? It, I don't know what is Letitia and Marceau's storyline. What's Kimmy and Maurice's storyline? What's Martell's storyline? What's Stormy's storyline? Like, what are those people's storylines? Because I think that's another thing. They don't have storylines. And D says the structure for his show is ridiculous and nonsensical, splitting one season into 2 and stretching so that they air multiple times throughout the year. And that was irritating me. That was really irritating me so much. It's like the fans and people who review the show don't really get a break from Love and Marriage Huntsville because Love and Marriage Detroit. I feel like Love and Marriage Detroit is going to get the same treatment that DC got because you guys remember last season with DC that they split DC in half. They aired the first season the early part of 2022, I believe, and then they didn't show they didn't show it no more until 20. When the hell did they show the rest of that season? It was almost a whole year later because they ended on a Christmas episode. Christmas had passed for that year. I think I feel like it was 23, or it could have been. Actually, it was earlier this year because it was Christmas of 20. Hell, I don't know. Don't give me the line. But either way it go, It was damn near a whole entire year later. Um, Shayna says now Love and Hip Hop has adopted the split. That split. They have. They have. Love and Hip Hop adopted it. Um, Love and Hip Hop adopted it a few seasons ago. I want to say it was after the. I want to say it was a season. Love and Hip Hop adopted it back when Big Fish was. No, it was after Big Fish. Love and Hip Hop adopted it after season 10, if I'm not mistaken, of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and season 4 of Love and Hip Hop Miami. But at least with Love and Hip Hop, from what I see, people are actually enjoying the Love and Hip Hop franchise. And you guys know it hurt me. Oh God, it hurt me so badly to drop Love and Hip Hop from my channel because Love and Hip Hop was Real Housewives of Potomac and Love and Hip Hop are what started my channel. And it's what started my channel. And Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was my baby because Love and Hip Hop Atlanta used to give me some really good views. And even Miami, like I hated dropping those shows. I really truly did. But when they started migrating people over, I couldn't deal with anymore, especially like when Erica and Safari and Yandy and Mendices. I also saw that Rich Dollars, aka what I called him, rubbing pennies, is on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta now. Ain't no way. Now I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. I just may watch Love and Hip Hop Miami because I didn't realize that Brooke Valentine was on there, and I have like a small crush on Brooke because Brooke is just fine as hell. I just may watch. And then I want to see what Black China storyline is going to be. Shannon says Stormy's storyline is a millimeter try. Oh, that's a storyline. That show storyline for the entire season is that a millimeter try. Okay, girl, grasping for. I remember. I know what we're talking about, but girl, that's okay. You know, if Carlos was happy with it, then Carlos was happy with it. D says Destiny is another Jacqueline. The obsession is real. Let me find out that Mel and Destiny allegedly got into it, got it in on. Oh, you know what? That could be because there can't be another explanation for this. Otherwise, they may have. Uh, no, D, we will not. That's why I laughed a few minutes ago. It's given put it on a make on want to murder me. We are not. Now with Rashida, as Scotty calls her, Georgia Prune. He calls that woman Georgia Prune. I holler at that. DC and Detroit are awful. I absolutely agree. D says to Shayna, both flopped harder than a dying fish. Womp womp. D says, listen, Brooke is fine, fine. I'll never get tired of looking at I won't either. It's just something about Brooke that Brooke is fine as hell. Mm, mm, mm. All right, you guys. So that's really all I got. I appreciate everybody who came through and watch the live. If you're in the playback, be sure to like the video. You guys subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications out, and share the video. So yeah, I will see you guys. So tomorrow, oh God, tomorrow's Tuesday. So another new episode of The Real Housewives of New York airs tomorrow. I ain't looking forward to it, but y'all know on Wednesday we gonna be back. You know what? Depending on Wednesday will be a good day for New York. It'll be an easy way to get our minds off of the election. So okay. And then I need to watch Married at First Sight, you guys. To the people who do watch Married at First Sight, we will be back this week with episode what episode they on? 3 or 4, whatever episode it is. But yeah, you guys, that's it. Also, you guys, like I said, D says the overproduced Benadryl Housewives of New York City. I agree. I agree. Oh my God. I just thought about something with Housewives in New York City. Yeah. Oh, the season of the election of 2016 with Ramona and Carol going at it about who they liked because Carol was for Hillary Clinton and Ramona was for that orange man. D says I'm gonna have to request some Love and Hip Hop Miami review, sir. We shall see. I won't make any prom. What day? I'll have to look and see what day. We'll think about it. We will think about it. I'm not sold on it because I don't know any. I don't really know anybody on this cast besides Trick, Trina. I think Joy is still on there, and Amada. That's it that I know. I'll think about it. I actually, I'll consider. I'll consider it. I would definitely consider Love and Hip Hop Miami. I'm not gonna say yes to it, but I would definitely put it under consideration for right now. But y'all know me. If I don't feel something, I immediately drop it, and that's what I'm trying to get out of that whole thing of dropping stuff. But yeah, I'll definitely consider it. But yeah, you guys, I again appreciate everybody for coming through. It is dark as hell outside, and it is only 6 o'clock. Daylight savings time. All right, you guys. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. You guys stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. An hour and 11 minutes.